What's up everyone, it's Dusty Gogoat. Welcome back to my headcanon. The person who leaked Pokemon Legends Arceus has now given us information about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. This Riddler continues to hint the number 3, widely believed to be a reference to the Generation 9 battle mechanic. I believe Pokemon would gain an additional typing in battle. This mechanic would be reminiscent of Delta species Pokemon introduced in 2005. This has got me so excited. Let's go over every single Pokemon that could get a Delta form in Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. So it says right here, Delta species Pokemon are a special kind of Pokemon who dwell within the region of Hoenn. These Pokemon are unique in that they have a type that completely differs from their usual typing. So first you can see we have Beedrill, Crobat, Espeon, Flareon, Gardevoir, Jolteon. Those all just get their normal types plus the steel type. Right here I skipped over Dragonite. Very cool card art right here. It actually turns into an electric type. What they seem to do is, at least for this one, and later on, I'll show you later on, basically, whatever color the Pokemon is, they essentially apply a type that matches the color of the Pokemon. Color seems to be a big theme among the speculation of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. It has to do with infrared and iridescent lights. There's a range of colors that we can naturally see at all times, but then on both spectrums of that section are colors that we can't normally see. The theory is that whatever the battle mechanic is going to be, it will have to do with those two spectrums of light, essentially revealing a new color of the Pokemon and revealing a new type of the Pokemon. I really love this theory. So Dragonite right here is a yellow Pokemon, so naturally it gets the electric typing. Very cool. I think electric and dragon, that makes a lot of sense. I like that a lot. As you can see, we have Latios and Latios as well, both getting the electric type. Those are dragon Pokemon. So this Marowak just stays the ground type, but it does get, you know, all of these have a steel typing. Metagross also becoming electric type, so I think probably later on there's going to be a card where Metagross becomes water type because it's blue. So right here is very cool, a fire type Mewtwo. You can see in the card art, it has this aura amount, like, you know, over it. All of these Pokemon are depicted with this red or just with this colored aura, and this actually might tie back to something that's happening. So we've seen auras with the Z moves and the Z crystals. That's something that was in Pokemon Sun and Moon in Generation 7 here. So we see this fire type Mewtwo. I like this fire type Mewtwo because it's like enraged. When you think of rage, you think of like seeing red. I think the fire type would be super cool. Essentially, so okay, so Rayquaza becomes, seems like all the dragons are all electric type, except for Salamence, which also becomes fire type. Such a cool thing. I mean, it's a fire-breathing dragon. Fire type Tyranitar, incredible. We've got Umbreon here, still a dark type, but again, it gets that steel type. You can see it kind of has this aura. This, you know, all these Pokemon getting the steel type, it reminds me of armor Pokemon. Right now is Pokemon League season. If you like this video, do I even have to say it? There's a button right there. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss the next video. The big rumor, I think a lot of fake leaks had come out saying that armor Pokemon were going to be a thing in Generation 8. That never happened. Maybe this is similar. Maybe instead of armor, physical armor, the, you know, leather and steel, the way we think of it, maybe the color and the type, you get a type armor. Maybe that's what this is. Because an aura exists about your whole body. It can either power you up or protect you from incoming special attacks. So maybe that, okay, so that could be an additional like connection there, right? I like that a lot. You know, metal is a protective type, so that's very cool. Here we go. A couple more water types that remain water. Let's see. So Dragonair, and Metang, those are the previous forms of the Pokemon above, all becoming electric type. Very cool. Pupitar, Shelgon, all these fire types right here. For some reason, Salamence feels like a fire type. That really makes a lot of sense to me. So Eevee right here, essentially becoming typeless, only becoming, so losing its colorless energy. If Eevee is gonna get a new evolution, let's say it's dragon type, right? The perfect evolution method for this Eevee and this new dragon evolution for Eevee would be having Eevee use this new battle mechanic, becoming the dragon type in battle, and then after battle, it evolves into a new dragon type evolution. Okay, now we have Pikachu, just like Eevee, losing its electric type, becoming pure steel type. That's kind of interesting. I mean, electric and steel have always been pretty closely aligned, so that's fine. Okay, Cradily right here, not losing its ground type, it becomes dark type. That's interesting, right? I mean, it lives at the bottom of the sea. I can see that. It's kind of a boring Pokemon. Okay, so a dark type Deoxys. A dark type Deoxys. That is like, damn, dude, that's like a virus, like an evil virus from space. Oh, and every single Deoxys form is its own type. Very interesting. I guess each of them, so the speed form is electric, regular form is normal, attack is, this all makes sense. You got the defense and you have the offensive. That makes sense. A grass type Flygon, a callback to, well, I mean, it's a callback to its own color, the fact that it's green, but also, like, you know, in the TCG, grass type energy is essentially bug type as well. That's what it represents. Then we have an electric type Gyarados. Oh man, very cool. So it takes its own one weakness and becomes it itself. Kabutops is electric type. Kingdra is fire type. I love that art. It actually shows that it is covered in art, covered in fire. That is very cool. So then we have these other two Latios cards. We saw them earlier as electric types. In this case, we have a Latias as fire type and a Latios, which is blue, as the water type. If this is how it goes, so Hidden Power was removed in Generation 8. That move did not exist. If they bring Hidden Power back, or even if they don't, they could use that same mechanic. So essentially, every Pokemon has this Hidden Power, and the type of that move ends up being determined based on this hidden variable, basically unveiling a new typing. I think we cracked the code. We've got a Poison Amistar, electric type Pidgeot. I love that. Here we go. Rayquaza is now a water type for some reason. Psychic type Vileplume. That could just be a reference to its poison type, so maybe not too crazy. Water type Blossom. You can see the waves crashing. Blossom is like a hula dancer in the Alola region. This is so cool. This is like this is regional forms, just like at level 100. Again, Latios. Mewtwo now is an electric type. We've got a Rayquaza, which is fire type. Aerodactyl is also fire type. I love that art. And again, you can see these auras that are emanating around these Pokemon. Chimecho is going to be a steel type. Executor is a ground type. I guess that could be rock type, ground type, or fighting type. We've got an electric type Golduck. Gold, like it's gold beak. Gold is yellow. That makes a lot of sense. Again, I wonder if it's going to be limited. So it could be limited. You could either have the choice. It could be limited based on its color, or it could be limited based on just maybe it's randomized. Maybe every Pokemon you have has a secret hidden type. I almost might like that better, because that, I mean, it would be nice to choose, but if you had to work for the Pokemon and get it to have its specific hidden, hidden, not hidden ability, but hidden power, hidden type, if you had to work for it, I might like that a little bit better. Again, Pidgeot. Primeape is going to be fire type. That makes so much sense. I mean, Primeape is psycho. Primeape just goes berserk. That's its whole appeal. We have the fire type Seadra, fighting type Sharpedo. Okay, here we go. Execute. So these are all the baby Pokemon. I guess this is the end of the set. So right here we have a dark type Meowth. We've seen that, and we've also seen. Oh, come on. We've had a fighting type. Is this the hint? I gotta make a tweet about this. Meowth, Delta Meowth is dark and steel type, and we now have regional variants of the dark type Meowth and a steel type Meowth. That's crazy. I have to tweet that before I put this video out. That's crazy. That has to be a hint. That has to be a hint. All right, right here. If you have a shiny Pokemon, does that change what its hidden type could be? So before we had a Gyarados that was electric type. Right here we have a red Gyarados. Instead of being the blue or electric, now we have a fire type Gyarados. That is so cool. That is so cool. I would love to see this so much. Again, Chimecho is steel type, a normal type Deoxys. So now we're getting into some more Generation 3 Pokemon. We have a We have a Psychic type Trico. This could also be Poison, maybe Fairy type. And then we have a Fighting type Blastoise, an Electric type Charizard. Whoa, give me the Venusaur. There has to be a Venusaur in here. Fire type Ludicolo, Fighting type Cacturne, Electric Fearow, again Psychic Grovyle. There's a Fire type Kingler. So this whole thing has to do with these different stones. You keep seeing, so in this Kingler art, you keep seeing these stones, these like crystals that exist within this region. What if this region is essentially retconned as this new Spain region that we're getting for Generation 9? And essentially, there's crystals found all over the region, and that is that's the symbol that is in the Japanese logo of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Essentially, that crystal in the logo is the same, or is a representation, is the logo of these crystals that you find all over the region. And that's kind of what gives these Pokemon these hidden typings, but only, I mean, they'll probably do what they did with the last 2 generations, where this new gimmick only exists in these specific region, and it's because of the region that this exists. That's probably what's going to happen. So we've got Peliper, his Electric type. Love to see, so these are all the baby forms. We have Sceptile, which is again Psychic type. We saw the Trico and the Grovyle. A normal type Ampharos. That's cool. I mean, that's essentially what we got with Wooloo, right? We got the sheep Pokemon, and it's just a normal type. Actually, so back in the day, there was no dragon energy. Maybe this is actually like saying Ampharos is a dragon, which actually is what we got, right? We got that with its mega form. Ampharos becomes part dragon type. Like, you see all these connections? Like, I don't think just because this came out in 2005 in the card game doesn't mean Game Freak can't go back and take some of these design and ideas. I think this could all be very well connected. We've got Feraligatr being an Electric type, Heracross is a Fire type, Megadium is a Fighting type, Milotic is a Fire type. Oh man, Dark type Nidoking, Steel type Nidoqueen, Psychic type Ninetales, that one makes a lot of sense. Fighting type Pinsir, again, I think Pinsir has always had a lot of connections with the Fighting type. I would actually say that Ninetales has always had a lot of connections with the Ghost type, even the Psychic type to an extent. We've got a Grass type Snorlax. This thing's eating all the food. It's Gigantamax form even. Snorlax's Gigantamax form, it's got a whole, it's been asleep for so long that the terrain has grown on top of its body. That's another callback right there. We have Togetic being Water type, possibly Ice, and we have a Psychic or maybe Ghost type Typhlosion. Look at this. All of these connections are making so much sense. Almost as if Game Freak has already gone back to this list and incorporated all of this together. Typhlosion just got 2 months ago a Ghost type regional variant in Pokemon Legends Arceus. How that feels too good. We've got Arbok as a Fire type Cloyster, Fighting type. Normal or Dragon type Dugong, very cool. That's a big level up if Dugong becomes Dragon type. Electric Gligar, Fire type Jinx. We have a Steel type Ladian. I love that. It's like a rocket ship. Psychic or Ghost type Lickitung. Look at the aura on this thing. Electric type Mantine. You can see it actually emanating electricity in the water. That is sick. That is so cool. So you have a Grass type Quagsire. It seems like they're giving some of these Pokemon types based on what their common weakness is, with their 4 times weaknesses. Oh, this is what I want to see. I want to see a new Tropius is what I want to see very badly. And we have a Dark type Xatu. Fighting type Electabuzz. I always thought Electivire should have been a Fighting type. This Swellow is literally on fire. So cool. Let's go a little bit further. Here we go. Water type Altaria. Dragonite is Grass type. We have a Flygon, which is going to be Psychic type. Fire. Engulfed in fire, a Gardevoir. Kingdra is now a Fighting or maybe Ground type. Possibly Rock for Quarrel. Again, these 2 Pokemon are going to be... So these are some... Actually, so we've seen all of these. And then we have, because of the blue on its body, this is a Water type Salamence. I can see this just as much as I can see the Fire type. Electric type Tyranitar. I actually have this TCG card. This is somewhere in my closet. I do have this. Dude, okay. So this, here we go. We have 2 shiny Pokemon here. These Gold Star cards. Shiny Charizard and Shiny Mew. Shiny Charizard gets this black color. Of course, it becomes the darkness, or darkness energy, or, you know, the dark type. This looks like Red Eyes Black Dragon. It's a dark fire type. Man, oh man. How cool would that be? And then we've got a water type Mew. There's also this, it's not shiny, but it's got this fire aura around it. It's a fire type Mew. There's Peliper, which is electric type. Zangoose is steel type. And this is what's crazy, is actually just released last year on the 25th anniversary of Pokemon. We have the latest Delta species card, Mimikyu, a water type or an ice type. Mimikyu was introduced with these crystals. You can see these crystals. This was released last year. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet have been in development for at least 2 years now. Who's to say that this is not a very clear hint and will make a lot of sense? Let me know in the comments which Pokemon on this list you want to see in Generation 9 with a new Delta form, a new regional form. What would they even call this battle mechanic? If you stayed this long in the video, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video, and good luck hunting.